There we go. Okay, and here we go. This is Bracket B, Game 1, the only game, because this is best of 1, of the 2v2 Hyper Tournament. Lunchbox has been banned, and it will be between the red team in the upper left-hand corner. The team name is Givati, which is their faction name, and it is going to be King Shobi in the Tomcat, not Tomcat, oh, that's the same design as the Tomcat Striker, which Mr. 01 is in, but King Shobi is actually in the Phantom Bomber. And their opponents, the green team in the bottom right-hand corner, their team is SWAGABILITY, and it will be consisting of MgSolidSnake in the Steampunk Bomber and TheBigboss in the Medic Osprey. Does look like they are going with, what did MgSolidSnake? Okay, he is going straight for the defense, or maybe going with the cheese with those jumpers. It does look like Givati is going with a, close output. Oh no, they are going with a double-sided cheese here, and it does look like MgSolidSnake was going for a cheese as well. We do have Sam's dropped here, but this is dropped on a great corner. This hat right here will not damage those Sams at all. Let's see if Big Boss is able to kill that. No, it does go up to red. This outpost is neutralized, but all the green jumpers have been killed, and this outpost with the Sams dropped has also been killed, or been neutralized. However, the red team has not been able to hold on to this bottom close outpost. So now King Shobi dropping some creeps. What is Mr. No One doing? That is kind of interesting. Queuing up a lot of stuff. I don't think I can honestly keep up with the build queues right now because it's just going to be crazy in this hyper mode. No Lunchbox once again, so definitely a viable thing to just drop on both sides for either team. However, the green team still trying to recover from that double cheese right at the opening of the game, finally getting some jumpers into that outpost, but has allowed the red team, Givati, to get a bunch of tanks out on the field. However, the green team does have a bunch of tanks out here and can simply just send them and mass command stop them or something like that. The green team now finally putting out moneymakers, but the red team, but the green team completely not, completely socketless right now. We do have MgSolidSnake dropping some jumpers here, able to neutralize that outpost, but will not really get too far with it, because there is nothing else there, no team support at all. King Shobi and Mr. No One moving pretty well as a unit, already have started their mid-fight, have killed this Seeker over here, dropped a T-99 and one unit that did get killed. However, we do have a couple jumpers here, dropped by MgSolidSnake, might go down, no, does not actually get killed there. Very, very close to dying, actually. But Big Boss just kind of flying around with a Longhorn, trying to sneak by the side here, but definitely does get spotted by the red team. It's just flying directly through. There are a lot of, but he's just going straight for a drop, right at the corner, will not be able, I wonder if King Shobi will be, no, see, the blocking did not happen, he is forced to body block there. And MgSolidSnake and Big Boss getting chased down a little bit by Mr. No One. King Shobi body blocking well enough, denying most of that damage. Mr. No One with a lot of units here at mid, so they will probably be able to get this mid. Wait. Timeout. This is the wrong map! Oh god, why didn't I notice that at first? This is supposed to be Thar. I'm gonna let this game play out. But, yeah, not too happy about this. Should have noticed that at first. I guess that's what I get for allowing these players to create their own lobby. I will attribute that to my bad. No one's fault but my own, to be honest. The green team able to neutralize this top outpost and have a couple tanks here, but I think there's way too much defense here for them to actually do anything. These two turrets and both of the mechs have responded. In the meantime, we do have SolidSnake dropping jumpers, but once again on a pretty defended outpost, so even if he gets it neutralized, there's not too, I mean, he's not really going to get too far with it. Does he have anything? I mean, he didn't have much. I don't think he had anything at all actually queued up in his build queue. But you know, whatever. And to be honest, even though this is the wrong map, both of these teams are fine with it, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, they didn't even notice. And the only real reason I would want to keep it the same map, blanket for every single game is because you want to keep everything fair. Red team able to grab the middle outpost, get a huge surround, lots of tanks. These are dancing in place. I'm not really sure if that was due to patrol or to a weird follow or because AirMech is like that and is just buggy. But we do have an artillery setup coming up for the green team. I don't know how far this will actually get them. It looks like the red team is very, very close to just straight up pushing out. King Shobi now with T-99. What is he doing? Okay, just sending that down for defense. The red team's not really that close to reaching their unit cap. I was about to comment on that. I kind of felt that they were about to because they had so many units out on the field. But they look like they're fine. It's 45 out of 59 right now, so they didn't really have to worry about putting generators out quite yet. Oh, nope. Well, King did put out 2 gens. See, guys, I'm not used to looking at these loadout counters at the top. And that is directly due to the fact that replays don't work. Those don't work in replays. Like, at all. Like, really. I mean, I think they actually work for, like, the left team or something, but they don't work for the right team. Or they kind of do and they kind of don't. It's really annoying and really complicated, and I just stopped paying attention to them a really long time ago. So, probably a habit that I should never have formed in the first place, but it's too late now. I'm used to that. So we do have a lot of tanks here for the red team. The problem is pushing on Nesthorn is a little impossible just because it's telegraphed ginormously because of this gigantic lane that it takes. It takes so long to get to the enemy outpost. You know, they could start to maybe leapfrog across this void here. I think the word I'm going to go with is void. I know people call them chasms because of chasm, or some people, I think I've heard it called abyss or something like that because it's, you know, a never-ending abyss. But I think what I'm gonna go with this land or this area that's not land that you can't drop units on, or that's not like a rock, that's just simply ground that can't be interacted with. I think I'm gonna go with the term void. It works, I think. Sure, why not? So, oh, MgSolidSnake getting killed by Hunter Seeker. Did not really notice that, but nothing too much happening right now. The red team just trying to pretty much max out their units. Oh, they actually have already teched up to goalies, and King Shelby coming out with a goalie right now. There was a Jackal, or I think a Joker send, and MgSolidSnake took care of that pretty quickly, but once again, took player attention, took that mech attention away from that battle. And we do have a drop here, a Longhorn drop by Mr. No One with that right on the corner. Absolutely nothing defending here. The green team went with levelers, not a full build of levelers, but with levelers out on the field. However, it hasn't really done them too much because they didn't really put out too much. I think it was, what, these 3 or so. And they are pretty much the same levels as the red team right now. No One has, oh, Mr. No One has actually hit the unit cap at 80,000. What does he have in his build queue? He doesn't have anything, so I'm not really sure why he's actually hit the unit cap. Maybe he's just not paying attention or whatever. But they are definitely well enough off ahead that they don't really need to start spinning like crazy. Mr. Nolan just queuing up Longhorn and Seeker right now. I would expect King Shoei just to queue up Goliath at this point, just because they were really, really close to actually already hit their unit cap. And how many generators are out on the field? 2 out on the field, 3 coming out by King Shobi. And they will be able to expand even more. See, this is the problem with Nesthorn. This is definitely why I didn't make it one of the starting maps, is because it just takes forever. That's right. I brought out the gangster pronunciation for the beginning of that. Forever. You know, like F-O apostrophe. Yeah? Huh? Bringing up my street cred, right? What happens there is, why does it take forever, guys? Why? Because mid, you have kind of nowhere to go. It kind of takes forever. You're kind of resorting to drops and distraction sends. You know, if you just drop it right over that void that's you know, that's separating the right here, give or take. A couple of drops by the green team, but the red team responding to it immediately. Both mechs respond, which is probably not 100% necessary. Oh, actually, this unit cluster actually died to these artillery, so the red team, I don't know why both of them went back. That was definitely not necessary. Probably King as the bomber should have done it, I guess. Sounds about right. They do have some turrets out in the field and some extra tanks, but to be honest, these bunkered infantry, especially because they are SAMs, they're probably enough to cover this from being cheesed and taken. Like, obviously right now it's been neutralized, so that's okay. Like, honestly, if an outpost gets neutralized, that's kind of whatever, as long as you can take it back, but you don't want it to get taken, you don't want it to get insta-defended. So, and honestly, at this point, when you need that many units, and this is hyper mode, guys, you're going to be able to just send. When you need a lot of units, and if you want to just send huge masses of units, you might not want to commit too much defense to these outposts. I could be speaking completely out of turn here, honestly, because I'm not really that caught up on the meta right now, just because it's changing so much. But in general practice, you don't want to commit too much on those outpost defenses, just because you can pretty much take care of them with simple responses. You know, you see something on your minimap, you notice something, come back, drop a couple units, you pretty much have the situation under control. King Shobi and Mr. Noah now resorting to doing a little bit of blocking. But once again, no Lunchbox. That's just the one thing here. See, this team, this green team, definitely has a chance to win just by dropping. I think actually unit damage to forts has been recently kind of lowered for several units and for AirMechs in general. So the effectiveness of just straight up doing a fort drop has gone down just a little bit. But the the general concept and the principle itself still remains. You can still chip away at that fort health. Definitely at the mid levels of the game, it is definitely possible. We do have a Bertha coming out. Oh, 2 Berthas out on the field for the red team. We do have a Sonya though for the green team, so this is going to be pretty darn stagnant. Is probably what I would go with. We do have a drop by Mr. No One. Repositioning, probably going to go down. Look at all the secret missiles firing, and both mechs are actually shooting at him, but barely gets killed. Almost got away there, but does get finished off by MgSolidSnake in the air, and does throw down the Woot. But see, at this point, Nesthorn, it will forever be Nesthorn as long as it stays like this. Where are any of these teams going to go? Pretty much nowhere. This really should have been Thar. But we do have a unit cluster over here. Oh, whoa. Where did the camera take me there? We do have a unit cluster over here by TheBigboss. And how many Longhorn is that? That's about, I would say, 7 or 8. And a couple drops here of jumpers by SolidSnake. MgSolidSnake, which is Metal Gear Solid Snake, I would assume. But once again, these units are coming in a cluster, and Mr. No One probably calling it out to King Shobi right now. Does drop the ping. King Shobi, as that bomber, can just bomb. Probably going to queue up some bombs, but does have a bunch of Gemini in his queue. Oh, no, Longhorn in his queue. That was looking at the wrong red player. And Big Boss goes down, does not reallocate these to capture or anything, so they will definitely pass this outpost, which will give the red team ample time to do enough damage to shut this push down. Could have been something really great if there was enough distraction, or if it was maybe reset on T, but definitely the red team's going to be able to take care of this before it really presents any threat to their defenses at all. Big Boss does start to reposition one of these Longhorn. Gonna get killed pretty much immediately right here. Oh no, does actually survive that. Does get killed by that Samfire, and his dropped Longhorn will not do any damage for the most part. A little bit more damage, in fact, has gone down on the green team for now. MgSolidSnake trying to do the double bombing bomber thing, queuing up a lot of bombs and actually dropping it into this big cluster of units. However, there are 2 honeypots sitting over here, so it will be quite the uphill journey. And MgSolidSnake getting followed back, but oh man, look at this lag. Maybe I need to turn off my, or I need to turn down my destruction detail or something like that, because my computer is not too happy. But also, I am kind of encoding at the same time and streaming, so yeah, not. So I will try to figure out how to get this a little bit smoother, but as you can hear, that Christmas decoration, Christmas ornament did get dropped on these on this unit cluster. How much damage a Christmas ornament can actually do to a bunch of metal units, is another thing. But we do have, I think, a creep stack of SAMs over here by the red team. We do have a ferry over here by Mr. No One. King Shobi is also here. They might be able to get this outpost under the control. There's definitely enough infantry to do it. No one from the green team has responded. They have been able to grab it under control, and very, very few green defenses are actually here. So Mr. No One and King Shobi have been able to take this outpost and get a pretty good surround. This probably will go down to neutral unless we see some infantry spam by either of the red players, but does not look like it is. Oh, it actually still 3 infantry in those slots, so at this point it probably will be a drop fest from this close for this this red team, I would think, just because it's so close. Nesthorn close is just like right there, and it's just really hard to defend, because like right here there's just it's low ground, and completely separated from the high ground the high ground area. It's really hard to manage that, to be honest, and to create a defense. And right here, this entire area right here is just not droppable. You can't put any units over there. I don't think you can put anything on this flat thing. I might be wrong, but for the most part, that entire thing is not droppable. So the green team kind of has realized, we better do something. To be honest, this mid defense is just ginormous. They might want to do a mass hold position and start ferrying units right across this void right here. But it does look like Mr. No One and King Shobi have noticed this coming, dropping a heavy mine, and I would assume King Shobi is bombing. Oh no, he's just queuing up heavy mines. They are going to let them kind of get toward this middle area, defense area, and those heavy mines will definitely just completely annihilate this incoming push. And it's pretty much dead already. yeah, these kind of lagging units behind have been stopped by these hats. Definitely not something you want to do. Put turrets in the way of your push, because it will definitely kind of screw their progression toward your fort. Not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. And we do have a counter push out here by the red team. Surprise, surprise. I think they have, okay, 9 generators out on the field, no more money makers. So, yeah, 99 unit cap. This is going to be a little ridiculous. Let's see how this push goes. They moved to Sonya with it as if it's like, hey, hopefully they don't detect it, right? No, they see it, and I don't think it really matters if they see it or not. They are pretty much screwed. Drops going down here by the red team. I think that was King Shobi, yes, with these Longhorn. They are pretty much all getting through, and this actually hit quite the wall here. A lot of these Gemini are being stopped by the Aegis that have been sitting here. However, they are still getting through. They will eventually clear those green units, and this will probably result in the end of the game. Yeah, very, very close. Now look at all the red units here at this fort. King Shobi and Mr. No One just faring even more and more. Big Boss and MgSolidSnake trying to get whatever blocking they can off, as it is hyper mode with a high income and a high build rate. They can, they can actually pump out quite a lot of units, but this is probably going to be it. I don't see them able to hold this off. Mr. No One and King Shobi with quite a lot of units over here, and even more incoming. If you see that big red line on the minimap, this will be it, folks. So Givati, King Shobi, and Mr. No One won. I'm calling this a little early, but there you go. The victory does go down. King Shobi and Mr. No One won. Take this second set, bracket B, of this 2v2 Hyper No Lunchbox tournament. So stay tuned for bracket C.